If there's anything we can all agree on, it's that video games have seen tremendous growth and changes that are just too good to be true. From the early days of arcade games to the current explosion of virtual reality, VR, the gaming business has grown significantly. And as technology keeps getting better, VR games will become a more and more immersive experience. But before we get into that, please hit the subscribe button to subscribe to our channel. We always upload quality, informative, and factual videos like this that keep you wanting more. So, subscribe and stay subscribed. Thank you. Once again, gaming is about to be changed with these new VR techs that will revolutionize gaming forever. Starting with the haptic feedback technology. Haptic feedback technology is an important part of making VR games better as a whole. This technology lets users feel what's going on in a virtual world, which adds another level of reality to games. For example, when players touch virtual objects, they can feel vibrations or pressure in their hands. This gives them a more real feeling of touch. In the future, haptic input technology is likely to get better, which will make the feelings even more real. Some companies are already making haptic suits that can make different parts of the body feel like they are being touched or pressed. There was an incident in Japan where one of their X-rated games had such technology. A man playing the game didn't want to go home and spend hours playing the game. He had to be dragged out of the premises. That's how good haptic feedback has improved. This technology can make it easier to feel like you are really in the virtual world, which makes games even more fun. Eye tracking is another technology that is expected to change VR in a big way. With eye tracking, VR systems can see where the user is looking and change the screen to match. This can make VR more natural and easy to use, since users can just look at their surroundings to connect with them. Eye tracking can also be used to improve speed by only rendering the parts of the environment that the user is looking at. This reduces the amount of processing power needed and makes it possible to make environments that are more complex and detailed. And with such complexity comes the next thing on our list. Education and training. VR can also be used to teach and train people in the video game industry. It can, for example, be used to make games that involve strategy, critical thinking, and problem-solving skills, more like real life. Assassin's Creed did a wonderful job of making gamers love history. There are thousands of posts of people traveling to Italy to learn more about the history and the game they just played. So imagine how helpful VR will be. This can be especially helpful for training people for jobs in the military, law enforcement, and emergency services. VR can be used to make simulations that are as close to real life as possible in areas like medicine and flying. This can provide a safe and controlled place to learn, so people can practice their skills without getting hurt or causing damage. As the technology behind VR gaming keeps getting better, we can expect to see more uses for education and training. This will make games even more immersive, but all that would mean nothing if the next thing on our list isn't also improved: games design. When it comes to making games, VR is likely to keep coming up with new ways to play and tell stories. As we've seen in recent games like Half-Life, Alyx, and Resident Evil 7, VR can make stories more immersive and interesting, drawing players in and keeping them interested in the story. The VR designs are meant to be next level and real, so definitely more work will be put into game design to make gaming as a whole better. Just as it happened to the predecessors, the game design of a PS1 is definitely not the same as a PS3 and far from a PS5. Also, the unique challenges of making games for VR, like moving around and making sure players are comfortable, are likely to lead to new ways of making games that could help the whole gaming industry in the long run. Poker-focused platforms like PokerStars have already added virtual reality to their toolsets by building visually stunning environments where players can play with their friends or people from all over the world. The PokerStars virtual world is so realistic and has so many engaging toys, props, and accessories that you can read other players' body language just like you would in a real game. This is made possible because of the growth of artificial intelligence, which is used to make characters, settings, and enemies that are more like real life. By using AI, game designers can make games that are more flexible and adaptable, giving players a more personal experience. So, to sum up, VR gaming is likely to become a fully immersive experience in the future, which will change the business. New technologies like haptic physical feedback and artificial intelligence will make games feel more real and exciting. That's all we have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, you will certainly enjoy this video on how Amazon is able to deliver a VR tech to you in a day. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to subscribe to our channel and the like button so we know you loved it. Also, hit the little bell so you get notified when we post new videos like this just for you. Thank you for watching. Till next time.